I'm going
Good morning, good morning. All right, we got some action. This is crazy. Look at IWM sell-off. Okay, so every morning we come here and we're looking for clues from the three, right? I always trade IWM, Q, and SPY. So I look at which one is the cleanest and which one is the weakest or strongest. So we got Q's kind of in the middle of the range, between pre-market high, previous day high. So not really doing much right now. We got SPY selling off. So when these two yin-yang like that, I want to just not watch them as much because that's just a lower probability trade from both of them. But IWM is clearly standing out. Like, look at the weakness. Look at the weakness on IWM. So it's about to confirm in 2 minutes here. Confirming meaning it's going to close below or above our pre-market high, pre-market low level. And it's clearly going to close below in a minute and a half here. So I'm going to start dialing in the 2-minute entry. Look at this beautiful thing, man. Just so clean. So clean. So the first entry I'm going to be looking at is the 13 EMA. Anywhere around this zone. As soon as I start seeing a little bit of rejections, I'm going to go in with the risk above the high of my entry. That's going to be my first entry here. IWM 13 EMA. So we got about 1.5 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close, and then we're going to go in. But like in terms of clean, like you can't get a cleaner downtrend than this. Like it's just beautiful stuff. Hasn't bounced once. 0 green candles. And the 15-minute is going to close completely solid red with no wicks. So pretty crazy stuff. This is the one for today. So let's see how this goes. So what I'm going to aim for is the previous day low zone. Previous day low zone. So bounce out around here somewhere, around the 13 EMA, get an entry, and then I'm going to aim for the previous day low zone. First 13 EMA tap is always going to be the best. Always. First 13 EMA tap of the morning. All right, it's going to be go time. Go time. 15-minute candle just closed. So now we patiently wait for this retest. Not going to chase this. No chasing. Wait for the retest. 13 EMA, first tap. First tap of the 13. Let's watch this bad boy come in here. Start with 5. Start with 5. Just needed to retest. What a sell-off. What a sell-off. Don't go without us. Come on. Give us a retest. Wow. Crazy. Crazy weakness. Weakness across the board. SPY and Qs is now weak together. So now they're more coordinating together here. So we'll find an entry. We'll just wait for the perfect entry. No rushing. And worst case, we get in. It breaks our stop, we get out. Reevaluate. Okay? Easy breezy. Easy breezy. Breaks our stop, we get out. All right, we're coming in. Slow controlled retest. That's what I'm looking for. A slow controlled retest. I don't want a big bullish engulfing candle going into the 13. Quite the support zone here, but like, I mean, we're just so weak. We're just so weak. Look at the weakness of this candles. Like this is what you want to see. We want to see these candles retesting the 13. This is the type of candles I want to see retesting the 13. Like those are perfect. So we just need the 13 to catch up, and we need a little bit more of a pullback. Crazy weakness though. Crazy weakness. That first attempt at a bounce, immediately soaked and stuffed. Like right away. Didn't even hold green for more than a minute. So I don't know, when it has a look like this, we'll see. go time. Just need that retest. This is a big zone we're retesting right here too, because yesterday we had a big bounce off this zone. So let's see if we can consolidate it a little bit and then get that 13 EMA to catch up. Now, if we can get another one of these 2 candles that we got right into this and a wick, we're going to get in right away. The second I see a little bit of weakness, I'm going to get in right away so I can get the best average. Quick stop above. This way I don't have to risk too much and I'll have an amazing risk to reward. I know that first 13 EMA tap is going to be the best probability short. So that's what I'm waiting for here. See it come in here. Okay, that was the first green candle all morning. There it is. Small little controlled green candle. That's what I like. We don't want a big giant green candle going into our 13. I don't want to see that. I want to see these little small candles here. All right, first retest incoming here. I'm going to start with 5 and then probably add another 3 or 4, maybe 5 more. Start mapping out our bear flag here. So far looking great. I love how it's slowing down on the retest. It's exactly what we want to see. The retest being nice and slow. All right, we're coming in slowly here. There we go. 13 EMA slowly catching up. Love the look of this. This is like, it's great. Great look. Got 50 seconds left on this candle. See if we get an entry right here. Potentially. If we get this flag break, I'm going to try the 5. I'm going to try 5 here. Now, if we retest the 13, I'm going to add 5 more. We're aiming to go down to the previous day low zone. That's going to be our zone that we're going to be aiming to go down to. So we got in on this flag break around here. For now, we're going to be aiming for the 13. So if it comes back to the 13, we're going to add more. So this is going to be the zone we're going to be looking to get into. Beautiful wicks. Looks really nice. All these upper wicks are just really nice. Love to see it. Q's blasting off. Something's happening with QQQ. Not sure what, but it's blasting off. Let's see if we get a 13 EMA tap here. This will be kind of my risk level around this zone. See if we get that 13 tap, or we just blast right through the lows here. Now I plan to add at that 13. This was my original entry here. So I plan to add 5 more here at this 13. If we can show weakness around this zone again, I'll add 5 more. And that'll be my stop, like around this zone. I want a closure above this zone. See if we get a chance to add here. Again, I want to be close to that 13 for the add spot. So far, like a really nice looking bear flag. I want to add here if we get it. That's where I want to add. Okay, so I didn't get a chance to add there, but still looking good. Looking great. So I'm going to try to de-risk around 1.5. So I'll de-risk around here. I want to hear that alarm first. Beautiful stuff, man. Like that was a great little bear flag. We identified the weakest stock of the day. The cleanest. 13 EMA trend holding intact. Beautiful little zone here. that it worked off of, and yeah, it looks great. Looks great. Take off like 3 around this zone.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, I'm going to take it off just because I passed my take profit trader account here. I started at 50K and I'm at 53, so I don't need to make any more on this account right now. So if you did take that trade, I would still aim for this previous day low zone. I would still aim for that because it's likely going to hit that. But for me, I don't need to. I got my 50K in funding now, so yeah, I'm good. That's all I needed for this account. So now we're going on to 50K funding. That was beautiful, man. Like that was a 12-day process. Made 3K on this account, and now we got 50K off that $100. So beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. Good exit for me. I would still hold this position if you're in it though. The risk is still the 13 and above these highs. Like I would probably risk this because this is where we showed the most sellers were coming from here. But yeah, that was nice, man. That was nice. Beautiful stuff. Now, I would retake this on my other account, though. I would retake this right here. 100%. But let's see. We got news coming up actually now. So let's see what happens here. See if this low of day rejects. All right, I'm going to look to get in IWM again. If we can wick off the zone, I'll start with 5. 13 EMA, and this zone again will be my risk zone. Let's see how it goes here. See what this candle tells me. I'm still aiming for that previous day low zone. Ideally, we get the first 13 EMA tap for me to start getting in here. Let's see. I like this though. It's nice. All right, I'm going to try 5 here. And again, I'm going to be going for that previous day low zone. That's going to be my target. I'll take some scales off at still again my alarm. But ultimately, I want to go down to right here. So first scales, second scales, and then runners. Good read. Good read. Good read today. Beautiful read. I like it. Whatever happens here, I like it. So we wait for that alarm to hit, and then we'll take off 3. Again, I want to add at this 13 EMA tap. The first 13 EMA tap, I'm adding 5 more. All right, here we go. We're going to be looking for an add at the 13 EMA right here. Once we get that tap, a little bit of weakness, I'm going to go 5 more. Looking really, really healthy though. Like in terms of like everything about this chart is just looking really healthy. 13 EMA and like this zone will be my stop, like around this zone. I want to add to this position though. This is only a half. This is only a starter here. Only a starter. I want to add 5 more cons right here if we can get it. But another little bear flag forming, just beautiful, man. Like this one worked well. Now it's forming here, so I'm going to look to get short one more time at this 13 tap. I was just telling my wife I passed my 50K account in 12 days. That was sick, man. Like I just started that. I blew up my other one and I started that one 12 days ago. Hit 3K, nice, slow and steady. Base hit after base hit. And we got 50K in funding now on the next one. So we'll just keep racking these up. Try to rack up this 25K one. So I got 2 of these. I got 2 of these bad boys right now. Yeah, I got 2 of these. This one's got like 500 on it, and I just started working on this one, so we'll just keep racking them up. Get some payouts flowing. Q is strong, man. Wow, QQQ is strong. All right, that's another look, but I'm just gonna keep my focus here for now. But Q's is really strong. I'm gonna wait for this 13 tap to get in, but till then, I'm not getting in again. But peep Qs, man. Wow, look at the strength on Qs. We got 8 minutes left on this candle, so we're going to consider going long, pre-market high, break and retest. If this Qs closes above strong, I'm going in. But for now, we're marinating IWM. IWM doing its thing, so I like it for now. I do want to add 5 more, though. This is only my half position. And the reason I got in earlier, because I don't want to miss the next bear flag. And that's why I like starting and averaging in. This way I can, you know, if worst case this doesn't, like the 13 doesn't work and I get in early, I'm only in half, right? And then I get I get the first 13 tap and then I average into that. Now, I'm not averaging into my loser. That's absolutely not what I'm doing. I'm averaging into my position knowing my total risk. Of course, this is going to be my risk level around this zone right here. But I want to add when it taps that 13 for the first time. But I mean, it's doing its thing, man. Like I want to add 5 more here, but I know the 13, it has to get tapped at some point. And I want to get as close to my risk as possible. That's kind of my goal. The first 13 tap is the best by far. So if I only get a half position here, it's okay. Because I know most of the time that 13 gets tapped. So we'll see. All right, this is flowing, man. IWM is flowing. We picked the best one. We picked the best one, and it wasn't hard. If you know what you're looking for, this was not a hard pick at all. Let me break it down why it was not a hard pick at all. Because look, 15 minutes. We broke underneath pre-market low. Look at the strength on that break. Like it's so obvious, right? 15-minute on Qs did nothing. It just ranged between pre-market high and previous day high. It just ranged. Nothing. So why would I choose Qs and SPY when IWM is screaming at me that it's weak? I would not. So once we got that 15-minute closure below our pre-market low, we started dialing our entries, right? We never actually got a 13 tap, which I wanted around here, which would have been just so sick, but we didn't. We flagged around here. I got in. I started scaling out of my other account. And now I'm looking for that first 13 tap to get in more on what I'm already in here. So easy choice on IWM today. Extremely easy choice. Now we just ride what we're doing and we average in because the 13 tap hasn't happened yet. So let's see if this 13 happens and we see wicking off that 13, I'm going to buy another 5. My risk is still intact and it's going to be this zone right here. Why this zone? Because look at these wicks. Wicks, 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 rejections, rejections, rejections. This is the zone. This is my risk zone. First 13 tap, we add in 5. Qs is so strong. Wow. Something to look forward to here because we got 4 minutes left on Qs to close and confirm on the 15. Once that closes and confirms on the 15, we're going to be looking at Q longs for sure. Q is strong, man. Q is strong, but we'll see. Let's see how it goes. I don't want to take my focus off IWM because I'm in IWM. So let's see. Q's got time. We got time with Q's. IWM super healthy, man. Like nothing wrong about this chart at all. Beautiful controlled retest into the 13. That's what we want to see. Guys, if you're watching, please, man, give me a sub and a like. Appreciate you guys watching. I see some people watching. Comment on this too, so if you guys want to talk shit through, let's do it. Appreciate it though, man. It's dope to see. All right, 13 tap incoming. I want to see wicking off that 13. Here it is. If we blast through it and blast through our risk, I'm just gonna get out of this. So that's going to be my risk level. I'm not just blindly adding to the 13 here. Now, if we can see a wick closure below, we got a minute left on this candle. Any sort of weakness, I'm going to add 5. This is the first 13 tap all morning. First 13 tap. If we blast through, I'm out. Okay, got a good reaction here. So far, good reaction. Looking to add 5 if we don't blast through this. Looking good. 30 seconds on this candle. Okay, here we go. 7 seconds on this candle. I don't like how he closed above. I don't like how he closed above that 13. So that's telling me We're stronger than we look maybe at this point. Let's see. I want a rejection here. Q is so strong. Q is above pre-market high, about to close in 30 seconds, super strong. So I'm looking at getting in Q pre-market high break and retest. Let's see what happens on this candle here. I don't like how we close. If we close below, like that would have been great. I just don't like how we closed above, but we'll see here. See what happens on this candle. See if we want to add 5 more. I don't want to rush this. We're going to add 5. Good no buy for now. Good no re-add for now. It's playing games. I don't want to be lured in. Q is so strong. I could pull up IWM with it. Yeah, Q is definitely confirmed here. It's too bad I'm in this right now because I'd like to get in some Qs, but I might bail this and get in some Qs. But let's see what happens here. I still want to keep my risk intact. I think this is probably going to take me out on this account. Q is going to go. Q is going to rip. I do want to switch my focus to Qs here pretty quick. Pretty quick here. Ooh, look at that rejection. What was that? What was that rejection? What was that? News for sure. All right, let's see what happens here. That was news for sure. 100% that was news. Fuck. Look at that, eh? Almost took me out. Wait, maybe we add here. I don't like adding and doing things around news though. It's just so uncertain. You know, that could have just been some random candle. So I'm just gonna chill. I don't like doing things around news. So that's something happened. Orange guy definitely tweeted something. Something happened. So I'm not gonna average into this now because this thing could just spike on me for no reason. It is looking good though. Whatever that was, I don't know what it was. I don't see it yet. But it had a reaction across the market because the whole market just dropped and then like started jumping around quick. So this would be a great ad spot. We got 30 seconds left on this candle. Tempted to add here because of that. I just don't want to add on news, to be honest, but it's just looking so good. I want to see how this candle closes here. I don't want to be lured in. Let it settle for a second. Looking so good though. Like that 13 tap, man. That's looking really nice. Tempted to add pretty quick here. If this takes me out, so be it. It's a nice setup. So let's see. Okay, we're about to add here. Close, getting close. Overall, great rejections at the 13. Great rejections at the 13. I just don't like being around the news. That part I don't like. Let's see. If this candle flips red and goes below the previous candle, I'm going to add 5. It's as clean as it gets though, man. Like this is just following the system. This is as clean as it gets. So let's see a little rejection here, and I'm going to add 5. Here we go. I'm going to add 5 here. It's all I need to see to add 5 more. And if this doesn't work, so be it. So be it. Okay, so we're going to have our risk intact. Right around here is basically what we said, right? Like all the rejections came around here. So I'm going to keep my risk around here. Wow, look at a return. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. So basically like around here. And we're still aiming for that previous day low, right? We're still going to aim for that 2R. Let's see if that was a good ad. All right, so now we're in full position here. I love the 13 EMA rejections. Q is so strong. Like, I don't know what happened to Qs, but it's so strong. So we're going to look for new lows to scale out. Yeah, that's right. Legacy football, that's right. Let the runners run, that's right. We're in full position here, so no runners have been triggered yet. So let's see. We want to see some new lows. I want to see these new lows. If it breaks my risk, then I'm out. So this is going to be my risk. And then we're going to flip our focus to Qs because Qs is blasting. Qs is blasting. But at the end of the day, man, like IWM is the weakest out of the bunch today. So clearly, like, look at the weakness on this thing. It came right out the gate, just firing. So we're gonna let this thing work here. And this is gonna be our risk level. Let's see it work. Looking great, man. Like nothing wrong with this chart. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so this is slowly flipping green for us now. I want to hear my alarm hit at 1.5R before I even think about de-risking anything off. So 1.5R is going to be around here. So basically new lows. I'll start chipping some off. Basically around here, I'll start chipping some off if we get it. If we get it. Well, we got to break these lows. Guys, if you're not subscribed, if you're watching, please subscribe, like this. I do this every day. We've been on an absolute heater. We've taken like 2 red days since I started. Maybe 3 red days since I started about 3 weeks ago. Shit is going crazy over here. So please give me a like and subscribe and join these lives, man. Like this is, we do this every day. We do this every day. IWM. God damn it. Look at Qs. Look at Qs, man. Wow. We might have to wait for a higher time frame setup on this. But like sick flag over pre-market high here. Like so nice. But let's see. We got our focus on IWM here. I just don't want Qs to push us up. See if we get a blast at these new lows here. I'll take half off at new lows. Let's get a blast past these lows. We need a nice, strong, convincing candle. You see how the first 13 tap, is like by far the strongest, most highest probability tap you'll get once we get a really strong move down or up. The first 13 tap. Okay, that's looking beautiful, man. I want to take 2 off at the lows because you have to take something off at the lows. Let's see if we blast through though, or if we reject. Let's see if we blast through. We're looking pretty weak. You got to take something off at support, but it's looking so weak that I kind of want to just hold this for a second. See if we can blast through the lows here. I don't want to hold all of it on a retest. I want to de-risk a little bit at the lows in case we spring off. So I'm just going to take 2 off at the lows. So it's only 20% of my position. Just in case this thing springs back and I just end up giving it all back. I don't want to do that. That'd be silly. Yo, Randy, I don't think I can help that, bro. Like, it's just there's a little bit of a delay, I know. Most live streams have that, so sucks. But there's no way I can fix that. That's a YouTube thing. Try to refresh your screen, though. Like, try to refresh that screen. But, yeah, I know there's a lag, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there's a baby lag. You see why we want to trim at the lows, though? Because usually we get some sort of reaction at the lows, right? And I just don't want to hold full position doing another retest or potentially bouncing off these lows and then this ending up being the low of the day. You know what I mean? So take some off to de-risk a little bit, and let's see if this 13 in this risk level hold. That was a big bounce spot. Q is strong. Let's see what happens. See if we get another 13 reject. Q is just crazy strong. Q is crazy strong. All right, let's see if we get another 13 tap reject here. And then new lows, we take more off. Let's see. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. This is going to be our first real scale spot right here. So far looking good. But Q is just blasting, so Q might blast us up too. And then we switch our focus to Qs. Let's see if this 13 holds. I don't want to be closing and surging above the 13 because that's going to show me momentum is going to be shifting here. So I want to see another reject like we have like right around here. I want to see this 13 just hold us down all the way. That's what I want to see. I want to see a surf the 13. So it's good we de-risked a little bit, because of things like that, right? Like if I was full position on the bottoms there and then I would just give like all that back, that'd be silly. Like I don't want to, you got to always de-risk a little bit at pivotal points, right? Like bounce points where it's proven to bounce, you got to take a little bit off. It looked really good. I wanted to hold full position, but you have to take a little bit off. Let's see if we can reject this 13 again. If we flush these lows, we likely hit our 5 here. We got to flush these lows though. 3 times we bounced off. Triple bottom lows here. So we'll see. Q is blasting, so the fact Q is blasting is not really great for us, but IWM is so weak today that it could just continue. But I mean, like a big range has already happened, so we'll see. See what happens. Either way, I already locked in almost 200 on this. So worst case, we give some back. We passed our other account. We did 3K in the last 12 days, so that's freaking awesome. So now we got 50K in funding there. $100 turns into 50K. Like, how sick is that? So that was dope. And we'll see what happens with this account. Worst case, we give half back and then we focus in on Qs. We still haven't had 113 EMA tap on the Qs, so that's going to be my first watch here. 13 tap on the Qs. But let's see. Let's see if this resistance point works on IWM. So far, we're breaking that 13 and trying to close over it. So don't love it, but we just hold until our risk gets hit. That's all I know. We don't do anything until our risk gets hit. If we get a massive rejection here though and we get past these lows, I think it's lights out for this. I think it'll be lights out till previous day low. Let's see. Come on, Trump, say the war is back on. Give us a tweet, Trump, in our favor, sir. I'm sure Barron's got that tweet queue. Barron's got that queue. I want that tweet queue. All right, so love this candle, but I want to see the same on this one. We'll see. Q is coming in for that retest in the 13 now, slowly. But looking pretty strong here on IWM. Looking like it wants to try to reverse, but we see. We see. Not too concerned. Not too concerned at all. Qs is so strong. I just don't want to take my focus away from what I'm doing. I don't want to manage two things. Let's see, we got 40 seconds left on this candle. Let's see how it closes. If we get another one of these, likely hit new lows. But if we get a strong closure, it's probably going to be a wrap for IWM today. It's good we de-risk though. That's why we always want to de-risk at new lows. Just in case shit like this happens. Alright, I'm about to be out here pretty quick. That's pretty much my cue on this one. Watching. It likely holds though. I mean, that candle was really strong, so likely holds here. Finger on the trigger. Let's see. Stalling. Okay, we're looking like we're holding here, so any second now I'm going to be out. Any second now. 12 seconds left on this candle. See how we close. We got a lot of sellers here, obviously. So I didn't want to stop out just there. So I'm just waiting to see if we're gonna be flushing from here or we're gonna hold here. Do we flush from these highs? Or do we hold? Okay, looks like it wants to hold. Now we're above the 13, so I'm likely going to be out here pretty quick. Just waiting a second. Waiting 1 second. I want to see us react at these highs. Alright, almost out. Q's retesting that 13 almost here. So I'm going to switch my focus pretty quick. As soon as we get out of this. Clearly a lot of sellers here pushing us down, but we're above that 13 now, so I don't like it anymore. Until we close below, I just don't like this much anymore. Looks like we want to retest this 48. That's what it looks like. Yeah, we're looking strong here, so getting close. Getting close. Let's see. We got all these sellers here, so I just don't want to premature jack here and just get out for no reason. That'd be stupid, so I don't want to do that. We're very close to this risk level, so just kind of watching around this zone. We are wicking. 48's catching up, so we're chilling here right now. Just giving it a sec. But I'm about to get out though, pretty soon, pretty quick. Need a closure back below the 13. Like around here. If we get a closure around here, that's going to give me more confidence to hold this. Okay, looking like I want to hold here, man. Like I'm not gonna hold much longer than this. It's a slow little grind up. I'm waiting though. This is kind of like the line in the sand right here. these, like we had a lot of sellers here. So I'm just waiting around this zone. Very close. Man, we missed that. We missed that Q's long off the 13. Babysitting this thing. So nice. Okay, we're very close to our risk point here. Damn it, Q's. Wow. Blasting, man. Q is blasting. Unreal move. Babysitting this thing, we missed it, but I want to see. Like, I want to see if we break these highs, I'm out. That was the original risk point, so. Alright, I'm about to be out here. You highs on Qs? Just textbook stuff on Qs, man. This was nice too, but huge move happened before we could even get in. Just trying not to chase this thing. But it is what it is. Had a good day. Today was great. The other account, we got 50K in funding on the other account. This one, if we take a loss here, we'll only be down 130 bucks on the day, so nothing. Tiny red day. But we'll see, man. Maybe it's gonna work. We'll see. This is the highs. This is the line in the sand right here. So let's see. See if she holds. If this thing flips green and goes above that high, I'm out. Okay, line in the sand, and we get out. If this surges past these highs, we're out. It's line in the sand. Basically, like right here. Looking like it's going to keep going, though. Looking strong. Q's is pushing us up, so worst case, we take a $140 loss on this account, but that's cool. All good. Love the setup. I would take this setup every day. Just didn't work today as much just because we had such a big surge off the open. Like, you can't chase that surge at all because that could spring up on you and just rip your face off. So like, you can't chase that. So once you have like the daily range, like the daily range on the stock, once it moves that much, you can only expect so much to continue, right? Kind of starts consolidating after a huge move. So I don't know. I think this move's pretty much done. Like, I'd be shocked if we got new lows at this point. So I think this move's done. This whole play is done. But that's cool. All good. Okay, let's see. This was the original risk point all morning. Massive sellers here. So we got the 48. We got VWAP on the 2. And we have obviously all these sellers here from these previous rejection points. So if this can hold us down, great. But I don't know. Like, we're so close to our risk point now. So I just don't really see us getting past these lows now just because of the massive move we had. But you never know. Never know. Let's see. Yep, that's right, Randy. And VWAP. VWAP's right there too. Yeah, exactly. So we got the 48 and WAP there. So I do like this spot for a rejection. But I don't like how we got this high up, you know, like we got above pivots. Like this was a pivot point that we got back up. So like if we can close below this pivot point and back below the 13, it would give me a lot more confidence that maybe we'll get some continuation or maybe even just get back to the like near these lows that I can take a bit more off. But I don't know. We had such a big move already today. So I don't know. Confidence is low on this one now. And we're entering, like we're almost at 10 a.m. Eastern. So shitty time now. Choppy-ish time. Qs though, man. Like look at Qs. We missed this one. We missed this one. This was such a sick play. Like this is about to take me out likely here. But Qs, once we got that 15-minute closure, look at this 15-minute closure. That would have initiated my long right there. So like this perfect flag right here would have been my long. I just was babysitting. I couldn't do it. Or the set again right here too. But again, like babysitting. So it's about to take me out. Okay, I'm out. There you go. I'm out. All right, so
Stop filled.
there you go. Yeah, stop filled. So this account 177 minus 347, so down about 175-ish on this account. That's all right. No biggie. No biggie. We passed the other 50K funded account, so that was dope. That was dope. So we got 50K funded on the other one that we can start taking payouts on, so that's sick. This one's slightly negative off the 25. This is a 25K account. We're down 250 on it. I have another 25K account. We're up 433 on it. So we'll see. We'll see. All is good. Soft red day is all that matters. Soft red days. That's what we want. Soft red days. Let's see what else is happening here, man. We missed a bunch of stuff babysitting this, but yeah, Qs is going. SPY off that previous day high. Let's see. So IWM worked pretty well. We got in here originally. So this was our original spot. We de-risked here, de-risked on the other account. So the other account passed the 50K funding, so that was dope. And then we got back in here around here. We de-risked only 20% at the lows. Maybe it was a little bit shy, but I honestly felt like it was just so weak that maybe we would continue lower. But thinking about it now, like the average daily range of this thing is not more than $4 or $5. And how much did we have today? 287. Yeah, so this is like the daily range, right? Like if IWM hits a $5 daily range, and this is at 287 down to 284, it's like almost $4. Like that was, you know, like how much more could we really ask for after such a move? So that's why we de-risk, right? That's why we de-risk. But maybe I should have taken a little bit more off at the lows here on the triple bottom. Maybe like 40-50% off would have been better, but I just kind of wanted more. I thought we would get more lows, but it is what it is. Small red day, no biggie. So I think that might be it for me, man. I think that might be it for me. That was a good day overall. Overall, really good day. All right, so if you did watch and you did enjoy, please like, sub, and I will be back at it tomorrow.